Valmiki Ramayana, Balkand, Sarga 3. Having heard the entire account, which was beneficial and concerned with righteousness and worldly prosperity, Valmiki sought to perceive more clearly all that had happened in the life of the wise Ram. Shloka 2. Having properly performed purification with water, the sage sat with his palms joined in reverence, seated upon durba grass, whose tips pointed eastward. He sought the course of events through his spiritual power. Shloka 3. Whatever was experienced by Ram, Lakshman, and Sita, as well as by King Dashrath, together with his wives and his kingdom, Valmiki perceived therein its true nature. Shloka 4. Their laughter, their speech, the course of their movements, and every action they performed, all of this he clearly perceived just as it occurred through the power of his spiritual discipline. Shloka 5. Likewise, he perceived whatever occurred as Ram wandered in the forest, with Sita as the third member of the party. And he observed everything that befell the truth abiding Ram. Shloka 6. Then the righteous sage, established in yogic contemplation, saw all of those events, everything that had occurred in the past, as clearly as an amalaka fruit resting in the palm of his hand. Shloka 7. Having perceived all of it exactly as it truly was, through his spiritual power, that highly intelligent sage prepared to compose the complete story of Ram, who delights everyone. Shloka 8. It was like an ocean filled with jewels and was delightful to the ears and minds of all. Shloka 9. Just as it had previously been related to the great souled Narad, the venerable sage composed this history of Ram, who belonged to the lineage of Raghu. Shloka 10. He described Ram's birth, his exceedingly great valor, and his benevolence towards everyone, his popularity among the people, patience, gentleness, and constant devotion to truth. Shloka 11. He described many other wonderful episodes that occurred while Ram accompanied Vishwamitra, the marriage with Janaki, and the breaking of the great bow. Shloka 12. He described the dispute between Ram and Parashuram and the virtues of Dashrath's son, the preparation of Ram's consecration and the wicked intentions of Kaikeyi. Shloka 13. He described the interruption of the consecration of Ram's banishment, the king's grief and lamentation, and his eventual departure to the next world. Shloka 14. He described the sorrow of the people and Ram's sending the people back, his conversation with Nishad chief, and the return of the charioteer. Shloka 15. He described the crossing of the Ganga and the meeting with Bharadwaj and the journey to Chitrakoot with Bharadwaj's permission and guidance. Shloka 16. He described the building of the dwelling upon and taking up residence there, as well as Bharat's arrival, Bharat's attempt to persuade Ram, and Ram's offering of water for his deceased father. Shloka 17. He described the enthronement of Ram's sacred sandals and Bharat's residence at Nandigram, Ram's journey into the Dandaka forest, and the killing of Viradha. Shloka 18. He described the visit of Sarabhanga and the meeting with Sutakshna, and the conversation with Ansuya and her gift of fragrant ointment. Shloka 19. He described the meeting with Agast and Ram's receiving of the bow, the conversation with Surpanakha and her subsequent disfigurement. Shloka 20. He described the killing of Khar and Trisira and the resulting action undertaken by Ravan, the killing of Marich and the abduction of Vaidehi.